Hello there. Thanks for tuning in to your favorite news destination. You're watching In Your Interest with me, Kabir Naqvi. And our first segment of the night is, of course, in tandem with the News9 campaign called Heal the Hills. Your Instagram picture just became an icy nightmare. A story that has exposed serious gaps when we're talking about tourism and crisis management. Hundreds of tourists, they're stranded in Manali after heavy snowfall that has paralyzed the entire region. We often say that snow makes for a perfect picture. We scroll through Instagram, see the white blankets over Manali, and we want to be there immediately. But tonight, that Insta-worthy dream has turned into a freezing nightmare, and we're talking about hundreds of families. What was supposed to be a weekend getaway in Himachal Pradesh has become now a story of survival. The visuals coming from the ground are worrying as well. The drive to Manali is currently not a holiday at all. It's in fact a test of endurance. We're learning that nearly 832 roads across the state are blocked. The situation is particularly bad on the Manali-Patlikuhal stretch, where a massive traffic jam has persisted since the 24th of January. It's been 2 days now, almost 48 plus hours. Just imagine being stuck in your car for hours on end, sometimes overnight, with temperatures dropping well below zero. It's snowing as well. Passengers, including children and the elderly, have been forced to sleep inside their vehicles because there is simply nowhere else to go. The cars are pretty much skating on thin ice. And to make matters worse, power supply has been hit in several areas, cutting off heating and communication for many of those stranded tourists. But here is the part that is difficult to accept. This is not something that has happened out of the blue, and this did not happen without warning. The India Met Department had well-issued alerts all in advance, warnings about a Western disturbance that were given as early as the 22nd of this month. The IMD specifically flagged heavy snow in that warning. It flagged rain and hail for the 23rd of January. The forecast was on time, but the response on the ground seems to have been delayed as well. That's another aspect we're going to be touching upon tonight. We're hearing reports that snow clearance machinery was deployed late and traffic regulation was virtually absent until the vehicles were already trapped and the damage was done. And the danger is still not over yet. A fresh warning has been issued. A strong western disturbance is becoming active from tonight on. The IMD has sounded an orange alert for heavy snowfall on the 27th of January, specifically for Kullu, Chamba, Lahore Spiti and Kinnaur. This system is expected to last until the morning of the 28th of January, and the administration is now advising tourists to avoid higher altitudes. That's our word of caution here on News9 as well. But for those already stuck, the next 24 hours are going to be very, very critical. So without further ado, the big questions that we are asking on the segment. If the IMD predicted this heavy snowfall days ago, why were tourists not stopped at safer locations before they drove into the storm? And do we, as tourists, bear some blame as well? Let's ask that question as well. Why do we treat weather alerts as suggestions rather than warnings, driving into high-risk zones without basic winter survival checklists? With me on the broadcast, Dr. KJ Ramesh, former DG IMD. Many thanks for taking out the time. Dr. Naveen Bhatnagar, former DIG, NDRF, and Ratan Dhillon, a social activist and a professional off-roader and rallyist as well. Many thanks to all of you gentlemen for taking out the time. Some serious questions that we do need to ask. Dr. Bhatnagar, let me quickly come to you. You know, the forecast existed, terrain was known, and yet the response was delayed. So, who failed Manali? Was it science? Was it our systems? Was it the tourist behavior? How are you looking at these developments? Needless to say, this is turning dangerous by the minute for all those that are stuck there.
Actually, it happens like that every year. And we are issuing the warnings also, and we are giving the rescue time and again here in this Himalayan region in different places. So the same thing happened here, not here, in other drainage area also, in other Himachal, your Jammu Kashmir, your other places also like that.
Yeah.
So anyhow, it was already predicted by the IMD that heavy to heavy rain, this snowfall will be there. So government should take care about it, and we have already issued the instructions. And
Yeah.
also, we have given the adequate training to the state government and their agencies about it. So they should start the crisis management center in such type
Absolutely
of
right. So,
area.
Dr. Bhatnagar, what do you think? I mean, first and foremost, do you think tourists are to blame as well? Of course, the administration has to do their job. And when IMD has issued these orange alerts well in advance for heavy snowfall, that too, I mean, what should the administration have triggered immediately? Today, some snow clearance machinery is on the road. Why not 2 days back?
Yeah, so definitely the machineries are on the job. But this type of training, this heavy, this one type of road jamming is a major problem in this such type of hilly area.
Yep.
It happens like that. And government machineries and BRO also they are taking care about it to clear the traffic as well as the snow and other areas also. But already instructions are there, SOPs are there, and the government should also take care about it. And they should give the adequate this thing warnings to the all the tourists that they should carry
Yep.
the warm this water and food stuff, dry food ration, and all these things because it happened anywhere, anytime in this such type of hilly area. So they should take care of all the preventive measures and including the medicines also, emergency medicines.
You're absolutely
So
right, Dr. Bhatnagar, but I feel that in my limited opinion, the advisories came just a little bit too late, at least on the ground. The IMD did its job, but lack of mobilization on the ground, that seems to be the issue here. Mr. Dhillon, let me come to you. You know, you're somebody who drives on extreme terrain for a living. You're a social activist as well. From your own
Yes,
experience, what was your first reaction when you saw, these city cars, the city dwellers, that's what the local people call them,
yes,
stuck for 20 plus hours now? We're learning it could be well above 48 hours now.
yes. We can't blame the authorities alone. It's the tourists. Both are the equally fault. With the 90% of the people, those who are traveling with their sedans and so-called modified Thars, they won't be knowing what the snow chains are. What
Yeah.
is the meaning of traction?
Yeah.
How to tackle in these extreme conditions? They don't know how to put up the snow chains and by driving on these terrains, it's very difficult. It's not like you are buying your 4x4 vehicles
Yeah.
and taking to these places. It doesn't work like this. You basically need the skill and the proper knowledge to drive on these trains. So both are equally at the fault. It's not just the authorities that they are also doing their work, but it's very difficult to cater all these vehicles, all these crowds, those without any knowledge, skills, those who are getting skid and hitting
Yeah.
with each
Yeah.
other vehicles.
Absolutely. And Mr. Dillon, for most tourists that are heading to Manali or maybe might be heading to Manali next year on, because like Dr. Bhatnagar said,
Yeah.
this is a year on year problem.
Yeah. It's
Help the
every year
viewers
problem.
understand what driving in snow actually means. You were talking about traction earlier. 4x4 is not a one stop solution for all your problems. Your car is still going to slip away. Take a look at that. It's like an ice skating rink
Yes.
for all those cars.
So basically, you need the winter tires for it, the all-terrain tires. Most of them must be not knowing what are the all-terrain tires. They are
Yeah.
going with the highway train tires. The normal tires are not that good for these type of conditions. You need those snow chains to so that the chains can break the ice, the black ice, and you get your traction with your tire. You need that equipments and all safety measures to drive on these roads.
All right, Mr. Dillon. Let's bring in Dr. KJ Ramesh as well, former DG IMD. Sir, there was a clear cut warning. And for viewers watching us tonight, how seriously should an orange alert be taken? Because here, I think the prime problem was that there was enough advisories in place, but nobody took the orange alert seriously. Everybody was scrolling through their social media, specifically Instagram, and they all wanted to see some part of that snowfall. And now they're all stuck, and the crisis is getting deeper by the moment, and it's turning dangerous as well.
See, this is what is missing in this country. Earlier, people used to seek that we need enough early warning for preparing from minimizing the impacts. Now, color-coded warnings are issued, SOPs are there.
Yeah.
Based on the color-coded early warning like orange alert, red alert, with lead time, you should have an anticipatory action in the
Yep.
affected areas. What is the anticipatory action in this case? When snowfall comes, you should have a placed machinery for clearing the snow on the highways at different strategic points wherever your resources are there before the snowfall or rainfall starts. So 2 days time was there. If enough tourists were already booked, all hotels are booked, that the government knows about it. They know that so many tourists are expected to come. That too, every year we know Republic Day and Christmas time, people throng to hill states to have the experience of already present snow, not the fresh snow experiencing. This time experiencing travel and braving against the extreme weather, traveling to hill states is a very, very risky step which tourists also avoid, and government should regulate it. Government has everything. From Monday, they should not allow any traffic to go upwards. So that
Yeah.
is the very clear action government authorities, disaster management authorities should have taken, and whomsoever is already in the upper areas, Kullu, Manali, and other upper reaches. So for them, you have to have a machinery to be put in place, snow clearing machinery on the highways.
Yeah.
And you know how many people have passed through Manali and that highway side. We are having the details about it, and you should have an arrangements for them to provide food and other
Absolutely.
things on emergency condition. Helicopters are there, other opportunities are there when
So you're
snowfall
essentially
stops.
saying
You
that
should
the
have some
input by the
arrangements.
local administration is lacking here, clear cut, isn't it, Mr.
Totally.
Ramesh?
Anticipatory action is known to them as per standard operation procedures. They did not
Yeah.
put
Yeah.
that anticipatory action in the implementation this
We,
time.
we need to understand the fragility of the ecosystem over here as well.
Of
Hill
course,
roads were
of
never
course.
built for this amount of volume of cars. We're turning our mountains into massive parking lots. You know what? Let's hear it from the people who are actually stuck over there. We've got some vox pops and some reactions from the people who've been stuck over there. Some have been braving the snowstorm for the last 20 plus hours. Some have just made it to the tail end of that traffic jam. Listening to those voices, we're going to slip into a quick commercial breather here. The fragility of the ecosystem with Dr. Bhatnagar, with Mr. Ramesh, and of course Mr. Dhillon coming right on the other side. Some voices of the stranded tourists as well.
मेरा नाम अक्षय सिंगला है। मैं आया हूँ बेसिकली कुरुक्षेत्र। सर स्थिति तो ऐसी है कि बुरा हाल हुआ पड़ा है और जाम ही जाम है। ये लगा लो 5 बजे हम नीचे से चढ़ना स्टार्ट हुए तो अब पहुंचे हैं और इतना मतलब बुरा हाल हुआ पड़ा है कि हम तो कहते हैं कि आओ तो 2-3 दिन बाद ही आओ जब यहाँ सही हो जाए बर्फ का सिस्टम।
अगर कोई अभी इस टाइम अगर आना चाहता है तो ना आए, क्योंकि एक तो ट्रैफिक बहुत है और कोई गाड़ी वाला नहीं मान रहा, और जो मान रहे हो बहुत हाई पैसे मांग रहे हैं हमसे, लाइक 10K या 15K से कम तो कोई मांग ही नहीं रहा। तो मेरी तो यही सलाह रहेगी कि अभी थोड़ा ना आए अभी इस टाइम।
बांग से मैं निकला था 3.25 घंटे हो गए, अभी मनाली भी नहीं, बस स्टैंड पे भी नहीं पहुंचा हूँ। यहाँ के कोई भी प्रशासन कोई भी सुनवाई नहीं कर रहा, होटले वाले अपनी मनमानी कर रहे हैं। जाम को लेके सब जीरो स्टेटस है, कोई भी प्रशासन कोई भी हेल्प नहीं कर रहा है। 3.25 घंटे में 1 किलोमीटर गाड़ी नहीं चलेगी। आज 3 दिन से इन्होंने इतना परेशान किया हुआ है, पूछो मत।